into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave a 5-star review. I'm Shane Diefenbach. I'm joined, as always, by the bestie, Johnny Venerable. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Didn't go well last night, did it? Not for me.
Well, that's the best part about our relationship, Johnny. When one fails, the other's there to pick them up.
That's never what our relationship's been built on. It's been built on hate and angst and superiority over one another. And right now, I hate to say it, you have the baton. I've stunk it up, at least to begin this week. And my Super Bowl bets were just fine. But, the NBA, which I was on fire with last week, and then the week you were, gallivanting around Mobile and then hanging out the Waste Management Open, it feels like the tide's starting to turn a little bit.
Gallivanting. Wow. That's a good word, Johnny.
Hey, Josh. What's up, my brother?
Well, we'll go over, Johnny. We'll go with your picks from yesterday first. And we can just look at what went wrong.
So, full transparency, I thought I went 0 for 3 because I am in such a rut that I just assumed that the Clippers didn't cover. And so when I was reading the box score and flipping around, I was like, oh God, I went 0 for 3. But I didn't. It turns out, if I got my picks from yesterday, there they are, Clippers. Clipping out a victory, at least for me, not so much against the Suns. Go ahead, tell the story.
I just want to say something before I get into that. Johnny, remember when 2 months ago, your little stinky ass tweeted that I picked the Thunder money line when they lost to the Grizzlies by an historic amount, which I didn't. We had a show that day and I didn't pick them. I didn't bet on them. Johnny, you actually picked the 76ers on our show, and they lost by, I think, 50 plus.
I got bad information yesterday. It's not my fault. And here's why. I was told by a very reliable source on Twitter that James Harden was going to play. Instead, he was dressed up like a Muppet and didn't play. And everybody took the night off for Philadelphia. Can you imagine? Maybe you bought tickets for that game ahead of the year, and you're like, I'm going to watch Ben Simmons play, and I'm going to watch Joel Embiid, and they're going to play the Celtics, and it's on TNT, and no one showed up. They literally got blown out of the building. They lost 135-87. That's here. I love the NBA, right? I love the Suns because they do try hard.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with betting on the NBA sometimes. You don't know if they're going to give a shit. And last night, they did not care. They were in cruise control. And that's why, you got to be ready on these Twitter streets to get accurate information just in case. And Vegas, it's difficult as opposed to the NFL. We have 6 days to decipher lines before they kick off on Sunday, right? For the large majority of the games. NBA, it is fast and furious 24 hours. And it can be addicting. But at the same time, last night we burned the brunt of that. I'm looking at pictures of him, and I'm like, why aren't you playing in this game? Why aren't you, all at home? This is the perfect game for you to play. And for whatever reason, I don't know when he's going to suit up.
No, well, he suited up in a great outfit last night. If you guys didn't see that, we covered it on the Sun show last night. He looked like a Jedi. There were some good roasts on that. So go ahead and check out the Sun's pregame show from yesterday. It was really funny. But yeah, the only pick you did hit, you texted me about, and you thought you went 0 for 4 or 0 for 5 or whatever. But it ended up hitting, and you were like, what the hell am I looking at? And then you realized you couldn't do math right. So the Clippers did cover that spread. I
think it's a sign maybe I'm a little bit overworked. Yeah, and you're like, you need a vacation.
I did say that.
Vacations from churning out content and production for this fine company. It never stops. It is year round, 365 days a year. I am here. Blood, sweat, and tears. So
we'll get into your prop or props. I don't know what you had yesterday.
It's just one prop, and it, by golly, would have hit. Jason Tatum at 28 points through 3 quarters, and then the game was so lopsided he didn't play in the fourth quarter. NBA and your finicky ways. I first of all, you were gloating because he didn't have any points through I think most of the first quarter.
Yeah,
and then so essentially he had 28 points in 2 quarters. So by and large,
no, that's a good pick.
You can't trash Jason Tatum anymore because he is borderline elite. He is smoking Philadelphia.
This is what I say, though. This is what I say. He has one really good game, and then he disappears. Like once he has like 3 or 4 of these in a row, then maybe we can talk. But for now,
and then of course I bet on the Heat and their 5-game winning streak gets snapped.
And that was the only game. That was the only game that I missed. We'll throw up my props. Darius Garland and LaMelo Ball both hit. LaMelo, I think he needed overtime to get there, but it still got there. So a little luck there. Actually, I don't know. He might have forced it into overtime. He had 22 or 24. Darius Garland, this was the easiest bet of my life this week. He had like 33 and 12 or something ridiculous.
Okay.
Like he was completely. I think he had 28 and 12 or something ridiculous. Whatever. That hit easy. And then my picks, as I said, the only pick I missed was the Heat pick. The Hawks covered easily, and the Cleveland Atlanta game went so over. That we'll get into why I like that in my picks today, but. Young teams, when it's below like 225, you just got to hammer that because on any given night, one team can go for 120, and then it's basically already there. So if you want to take these or any other picks that we give out later in the show, or you want to lay off and do some of your own stuff or live bet the Suns in the third quarter, you can do so on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's America's top-rated sportsbook app, and for NBA fans, they're giving you a can't-miss offer. If you're not a new member, though, you can always use the same-game parlays, which aren't just football. You can do them in basketball as well, and it's pretty fun that way. I get addicted to picking guys to just hit 1-3, and that really hurts me sometimes, but it's still really
terrible
fun.
Idea.
New customers can bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. It's just that simple at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable. Best of all, you can deposit withdraw cash whenever you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use that promo code PHNX when you sign up. Bet just $1 on any NBA team. Get $150 in free bets if they win. Promo code PHNX this week at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. That's 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. Johnny, you sent me 4 picks and 2 props, I believe, tonight.
I did, yeah. I was up crack of dawn cranking out these picks for America here on PHNX Bets Daily, and I should have a cowboy hat on because I am riding teams that have been producing for me on this show. I'm going back to basics. Wait a minute. Stop. I am riding these teams right now to the bank. I'm ready to cash out and maybe take the misses out for a nice dinner here in Maricopa at the local Denny's. We'll see how tonight goes.
Ooh, getting spicy. Well, let's throw up your picks then and see what you got for tonight, Mr. John.
All right.
Venerable.
So, okay. Kyrie Irving gets to play tonight because it's a road game. Check. Last game, he hit on my over prediction for his point total as well as they covered. Nets plus 4.5 at your fraudulent Knicks. Give me the Nets. Minimal travel. Kyrie screwing around. Plus 4.5. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I'm doing the math in my head. Can he not play in New York against Brooklyn? Oh, no. This is not going to go well.
But his props are available.
But how does that work?
I don't know. We'll do some research. We'll do some research and let you guys know. I'll look that up right now.
Because I saw his props as well.
Yeah,
that's messed up.
Oh my goodness. Glad you just thought about it. I'll look it up right now. You keep explaining.
Joel says Kyrie can't play. He's laughing his ass off. All right, that's not funny. I'm hurt. I will still ride with the Nets, by the way, if that happens. Maybe Simmons will suit up. Who knows? All right, Raptors, they've been on fire. Now you can get them at -1. It was -2 earlier today. It's -1 right now against the Timberwolves. I love that value. They're one of the highest teams in the NBA now, especially that the Heat lose last night. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to bet on the Suns tonight. They didn't have the robust victory last night where it was, I think, 13.5. I think they get there tonight, Shane. I think we see against the Rockets a Boston Celtics-like performance.
Kyrie can't play.
I'm like, wait a minute. Brooklyn, New York.
It was early. It was Knicks. Early. It's okay. It's okay.
That's a loophole. First of all, Brooklyn, you idiots! Like this is what you're. Because I'm excited because I think I get to watch him play.
Well, I will let you do this. I will let you rescind your pick if you want to. Do you want to rescind?
No, we'll ride with it because maybe Ben Simmons will. I like dysfunction. Clearly, look at the team I cover for a living. And
Ben Simmons is not playing either. Oh, do you want to rescind your pick?
No. Okay. Let's let it ride. Maybe Kyrie will just show up in disguise with the Kanye mask and he'll get to play. And then I got I got the Jazz, who will shellac the fraudulent Lakers. The Lakers, who right now may not even make the playoffs. Give me the Lakers, the Jazz -4.5. I love that pick. Look, my Nets pick, though, that was the one I felt most confident on.
Look, I'm not laughing at you because I would totally make this same mistake seeing that they're on the road.
I'm like, road game, Kyrie's playing.
That's just so funny. That's such a funny thing.
I'm glad I figured it out on the show all by my big boy self, and then the comments shame me for it. Go ahead, Shane.
Only in 2022 will we have to go over something like this, where he can only play on the road, but since they're in a state where he can't play, he's not allowed to play.
I love it's terrible, but I love it so much.
Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and Zion Williamson now are 4 players where it's just what's going on, what's happening. James Harden as well. I don't know if you guys saw today, but Zion will probably need another surgery, which means another 50 pounds. Hopefully,
do we have Zion at the gym though? I had exclusive footage I sent to you earlier today of Zion.
I'm not putting that picture up.
Okay. Sorry about that. That's an insider source. My sources sent that to me.
All right. Well, let's get into my picks for tonight. I got a lot of over and unders that I like. Raptors -1 is one of them that I like. But then other than that, I got the Houston at the Suns over, or the under rather. It's at 234. Obviously it's high because of how much the Suns can score and how young this Houston team is. Houston doesn't like to play a lot of defense, but the Suns really do. So I think the Suns hold them to under 100 and maybe 110. And I think they cover. I think it's going to be close, maybe 225, maybe 230, but I don't think it surpasses that 234. Then the other 2 games, young teams, as I said, Atlanta at Orlando. Trae Young is good at basketball. I will say it finally. I really don't like saying it. He was kind of like a Jason Tatum to me. Everyone really likes him. I wasn't a big fan. He's really good. And Orlando's not, but I still think there's a lot of points to be had. Atlanta doesn't like playing much defense. Neither does Orlando. Taking the over at 229 in that game. And then the Detroit and Boston over, it's only at 213. This surprised me a little bit. 2 young teams, Boston the better team. I think Boston covers pretty handedly, but I still think that surpasses 213 pretty easily tonight, Mr. Johnny Venerable.
I got some props that I want to discuss, but before I get to that, I do want to plug my most recent work at gophnx.com. If you've been wondering to yourself, what does the future hold for Chandler Jones and the Arizona Cardinals? Well, the decision may be more difficult for the organization than you may think. And if you didn't realize, the Cardinals have a shit ton on their plate right now. It is not going well, the offseason, but what is going well is our content at gophnx.com, the many work of my talented peers, Gerald, Craig, everybody covering all the outlets that you need right here in the Valley. You can also check out the PHNX merchandise locker, phnxlocker.com. This is our brand spanking new Cardinal tee. I wore it yesterday. I'm wearing it again. I may or may not have showered since yesterday. And you can get this t-shirt. See, it's so comfortable. I can wear it multiple days in a row. Get this t-shirt right now, $29.99, or you can become a member at gophnx.com. 50 cents for the first month, $8.99 for the subsequent months, or you can pay half the entire year up front and get a free t-shirt. Go do that, all that and more. Gophnx.com.
And you know what just came out as well from the Sun side? Our God is an awesome God.
He reigns from the 3-point line.
Our God. This shirt is so fire. I got this and a bunch of other shirts and stickers yesterday at the PHNX Locker. So go ahead and do that. Probably the best shirt we've dropped.
It's pretty great.
Memory. So yeah,
I wish the Cardinals had fun players right now that I could put on a t-shirt, but right now, no.
What about an Andy Isabella t-shirt?
For the garbage? For the recycling bin?
Well, one of your picks is one of your props is for the garbage. Let's pull that.
Oh, nice transition, asshole.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, street clothes. Not my guy's street clothes. I can't. Chris Paul. Let's just talk about Chris Paul.
Yeah.
14.5 points. They're a huge favorite. They're at home. Give me him easily over that. I think he ends up with somewhere between 20 and 23 points. And my guy, street clothes, over under 22.5 points. Give me the under, because Anthony Davis, at the end of the day, that team, I feel like Anthony Davis, we're going to fast forward in like 3 seasons and he's going to be like a 6-man somewhere. and he'll be like, probably like on Golden State or something, like helping them win a title, but like no one you can count on.
He can't score in the paint. He only shoots threes because he's so fragile.
His career is going to mirror Dwight Howard's in a lot of ways, and he's Mr. Street Clothes right now.
Yeah, I think the best bet would be every time he plays 3 consecutive games, that 4th game he plays, hammer his under because he's probably
my knee. My leg.
No serious injuries, and I'm not rooting for that. But usually
you love injuries. You're like knee when people go down.
No, I don't do that. We'll pull up my props because I have a godly player, not the point guard, but King Julius himself, over 29 and a half points and assists. This man, I don't know if you've seen what he's been doing recently, Johnny.
Don't.
His stats are ridiculous. He's averaging like I think 29, 8, and 9 in the past 10 games. It's just insane. Get a triple-double. Love the stash, Shane. Well, it's been here. It's not a new thing, Metal Mike. So get with the program.
Don't shame our viewers. They might be new to the show.
I'm not shaming our viewers. I'm not shaming
Mike, we appreciate the support.
I'm not shaming our viewers. No, Metal Mike's always in the Suns chat. He just doesn't get to see me because I'm always behind the Mac. Over 29 and a half points and assists on King Julius himself. As I said, they're playing the Nets tonight, and we know that's probably not going to go well now. So I'm taking his over points and assists total. I like his points at 24 and a half, but I like his points and assists more. And then, I got to go with my boy Spicy P. I'm just taking his points tonight, 23 and a half, Pascal Siakam over. Love the Raptors picks, love Spicy P.
Every time I see that, I think like Spicy Parm, but those Spicy Parm doesn't exist. So
he does play like Spicy Parm, whatever that is. Have you ever had something that
I've had chicken parm, but I've never had like maybe I guess if you take the chicken and make it spicy, it would be spicy parm. Sorry about that, Leo.
Anything else, Johnny?
PHNX Cardinals.
Sorry, Metal Mike. Today. I didn't mean to come at you hard.
See,
I will practice my Carm placement.
Shaming our viewers. All right, PHNX Cardinals live is today, 3 p.m. Myself, the GM, Saul Bookman, and the return of Kirsten Susel. Talk about her new PHNX programming, PHNX The Story. I almost said The Voice. Would have made her sing if that was the case. That's today. We're going to be talking about Larry Fitzgerald basically coming out and saying he is fully retired, among other fun topics around this organization right now. You can check out that and more at PHNX Cardinals live today at 3 p.m. Subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Shano, what do you got going on today? Are you done for the day? You just going to go back to bed?
No, Johnny. We got an ASU audio show coming out later. And then we got the Suns tonight. As we've talked about many times, they are against the Rockets. That game tips off at 7. I'll be producing pregame and postgame. So I'm at the office until late, Mr. Johnny.
So you're mailing it in. All right. I'll check out those programs for everybody else, for all the other personalities.
Nice. Not me, though. All right. Well, we also have a postgame show tomorrow for ASU basketball if you want to come hang out with us. Going to be a fun one. It's always fun when hopefully they can get a win, but we got to lower expectations. Crown placement practice for Shane. Yes. I did a live crown placement last night. Johnny, I put it on Espo's head. It was pretty good. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check out the Suns postgame show. And we'll be back here tomorrow at noon as always. Johnny, hopefully you have a better day, and maybe we can combine for some fire tonight.
I won't be on the show tomorrow, actually, because tomorrow is my birthday.
You're skipping the show on your birthday?
Yeah, I have a conflict. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. On that note, thanks for watching today's episode of PHNX Bets Daily. We'll be back tomorrow, except for
Everyone tell Johnny happy birthday.
Goodbye.
Peace.